Hey guys, it's me, Kayla with the curls, and I am hopping on. It's Thursday. You're watching the wind down. I did not publicize the wind down a lot this week. I've had a really off week. I don't know what's up with me. And it's pouring down raining, so I haven't been grounding because I don't want muddy feet. I've been doing lots of meditation, just trying to rebalance and get stuff back together. But I promised you guys that I would go live. And so here I am. I'm actually not drinking wine tonight, and this is not scotch or whiskey. It is Verner's ginger soda. Have you ever had that? If you've had Verner's ginger soda, link that down below, say something about it. Hey, I have a viewer. I don't know who you are, so say something so I know you're here. I'm also eating chocolate chip cookies that I made myself. They're delicious. So if you work with me for a long time or you know me at all, baking is my coping skill. It's like a secret weapon. I don't do it very often, but I love to bake, and especially cookies if I'm feeling stressed. Stop, Nova, you can't eat chocolate. So, in my stories this week, I dropped a poll. I asked you guys if you wanted to talk about modern versus traditional dating, or if you wanted to talk about rotational dating. If you're a female and you're single and you're not rotational dating, you should be. I credit that idea to Tora Sense. She's absolutely amazing. If you're on Clubhouse, hit Dating with Sense. It's a Clubhouse room. I follow Tora Sense on Instagram. I'm also in a Facebook group, Dating for Marriage-Minded, Professional, and Achieving Women. Amazing group. I learned so much in that group, but Tora talks about rotational dating all the time. Regardless, that post did not get very much interaction, but people have asked me about modern versus traditional dating. So traditional dating is exactly what it sounds like, right? So the male takes a more dominant role in the relationship. The female takes a more submissive role, and not submissive in a sense that they don't have a voice at all whatsoever, just things that are more emotional or what would be considered female gender roles. So in a traditional relationship, the male is going to be financially usually the breadwinner. They're going to take care of the bulk of bills, financial stuff. They're going to do yard work. They're going to take out the trash. They're going to do X, Y, Z. Female is going to be the cooker, the cleaner, rearing of children, scheduling appointments, doctor's appointments, all those kinds of things. In a traditional relationship, it doesn't mean that the woman's voice isn't heard, but decisions and things are more likely going to fall on the male, and the woman plays more of a support role. Like, he is the shining star and you are the supporting actress. That's just kind of the way the flow of it goes. And I don't speak of this like overarching, like this isn't going to be every single relationship, but that's kind of the precedence for a traditional relationship. In a modern relationship, that's more what you see of. We were raised on Destiny's Child, like, throw your hands up at me. Modern relationship, you're going to share more of those decision-making roles. There won't be as many gender roles as far as like in your household. In a modern relationship, you're probably going to split the bills. Decisions are made 50-50. Both people cook, both people clean, both people are going to do yard work, both people are going to do pretty much everything. However, there may be some stuff that you just don't like to do. Like my dad used to say all the time, girls don't cut grass. So I've never ridden a lawnmower. I have friends, one of my best friends in this world, she loves her zero turn. That's her therapy. She jumps on that thing and she rides it all over, right? I'm never going to do that. So whether I was in a modern or traditional relationship, I'm not cutting the grass. That's just not what I'm going to do. I would pay someone to do that. But some girls like to do it. So what my issue was when I was out here on the dating scene is that I thought, if you know me, you know me. I come from a family of strong women, alpha women. We run it, we got it, we can handle it. On top of that, I also was a single mother. I mean, I guess technically I'm still a single mother. My kids live with their dad, so now he's a single father and I get to be a baby mama. Ha ha, everybody laugh, baby mama. So, but in that, when you're a single mom and you run the household and you pay the bills and you make crap happen and you are the authority figure, you take on more masculine traits. On top of that, I went and I got a, watch out Nova, I got a master's. And so I had additional education. And so I got additional finances. And so we easily slip into that it's not an I don't need a man mentality. It's a I can do what you do, right? So I need to pause and say that a man does not have to financially make more money than you to be the man in your relationship. Because if somebody kicks your door in, you still gonna run behind him to protect you, right? So in modern relationships and in traditional relationships, a man is looked at as a protector. However, in a traditional relationship, it's more provider protector than in a modern relationship where it's a shared providing type of deal. Whatever, neither here nor there. I, as a woman, thought for a really long time that I was a modern woman. I'm a modern woman. I got me. I can take care of myself. As long as you bring in what you bring and I can bring what I bring, we gonna be good together. But growing up in a household where it was very traditional, and being raised to be an independent woman, I soon learned, I won't say I soon learned, I eventually learned that me, Kayla, with the curls, was expecting, stop, Nova, you can't have a chocolate chip cookie. I was expecting traditional behavior from modern men. And yes, I had to pause and let that sit in for a minute. We cannot expect traditional behavior from modern men. And so there's nothing wrong. Let me also say there's nothing wrong with being either one of these people. So if modern works for you and you want to share those responsibilities and you want to share, great, girl, go ahead, man, go ahead. However, if you're expecting someone to provide and to protect for you and to help make decisions for you and you to be able to go to them and be like, I'm not sure what to do, I need you to help me, and you can stand on that, well then you're gonna be needing to look for a more traditional person or traditional mate for yourself. That was probably the hardest lesson that I ever had to learn, because I'm like, why are you not protecting me? Why are you not providing for me? Because you can do it for yourself, Kayla. And we do that by not learning to relax into our femininity. And so I want to encourage you to practice. Y'all know I'm on this huge divine femininity, divine essence journey where I'm learning to just be a girl. Like, I'm a boss babe, I get it. I pay my own bills, I pay my bills are paid. If you know where that's from, drop that below. However, I'm learning that it's okay to just be a girl. We do this all the time. We cut men off from being men. When men, whether they're interested in you as friends, as family, or romantically, when a man loves you or cares for you, they want to provide and protect for you. They want to do those things. So when a man tries to open the door, you're like, oh, I got it. Or they see you struggling with some bags or some boxes, you're like, I'm good. Stop saying that, sis. Let him take the bag. Let him take the boxes. Let him do whatever. And it's not about you needing any type of reciprocity out of it. They offer these things because they see you as a woman and they want to help you. I was out with friends not long ago, just a group of friends, and guys were there, and a guy says, I'll cover your meal. And you know me, no, I got my own meal. Shut up, girl, eat your free food. And it wasn't even about, oh, he was trying to do anything later. He just noticed he was in a position where he could do something nice for me, and I allowed it. So practice these things. I also encourage you to learn to shut up. Again, I had to sit quiet because, we always got something to say. And it's Johnny on the spot. If you know me and you know my family, not only are we coming back witty, we coming back twice as hard. Just be quiet. You don't have to have the last word. You don't have to make it argumentative. You don't have to say anything demeaning, even if you know that you're right. Sometimes just ride it out, especially if it's nothing that's going to cause like detriment or harm. Ride it out. This is so good. Let him figure out that he's wrong. And he's probably going to come to you and say, you know what? We should have done that your way. And don't say I told you so. Don't say that. You just say, you know what? It was a lesson learned. And you move on from it. You don't have to always be right. I'm also learning that relaxing in my femininity, allowing this traditional thing, stuff like, I don't like to take the trash, and so I moved into a place where they take the trash for you. But I'm not gonna lie, they don't take it after Thursday at 8 p.m. They don't take it again until Sunday. Thank you, girl. I got it from Shein. No, not off subject at all. You can ask me anything. Thanks. Shein, and they are like $8, so it was a steal. So learning to relax, right? Totally relax. So I don't take the trash out. They don't take it from 8 o'clock on Thursday again until Sunday at 8 p.m. So if I say, hey, I need someone, or I don't say someone anymore. I'm like, hey, do you mind taking my trash out? If I ask him on Friday to take my trash out and he comes by and he sees me Friday and he doesn't take the trash and it's not there, or if he says, I can't do it today, I can do it on Saturday, XYZ, whatever, I can't just be like, take the trash, take the trash, take the trash, and I'm not gonna load the trash up and take it myself. What do? I put it out here and I say, hey, take the trash. You have to trust them to do whatever it is that they say they're going to do. And it could be little bitty minute things like pick up something from the grocery store or to do this or do that. Even if you don't think that they're going to do it, don't nag and make a big deal out of it. Because if you can't trust them to do something simple like pick up a bag of potato chips from the grocery store, we'll make it something even bigger. I like Tom's toothpaste, like that's my thing, right? You can't trust him to pick up Tom's toothpaste from the grocery store. How can he think that you're gonna trust him to protect and provide for you? So learning to just shut up is probably one of the hardest things. But stop, if I have any advice for you at all, is stop expecting traditional behavior from modern men. Don't bash them because they're modern men. Like, there are tons of men who are like, I should not have to do that for you. You work just like I work. And then there's men who are like, I work and that's your money. And so you should be doing X, Y, Z. So hold up, sisters. Yes, sisters. I don't want you thinking that you are just the golden goose. And we definitely are the prize, but you can't have this mentality where I'm the golden goose and you're gonna give me all of this. You gotta do something for yourself. So whether that's like start a small hustle, and this is not a Palma Farah video, you can sell Color Street, you can sell Avon, you can sell Mary Kay, you can do whatever you wanna do. So you have to have some type of hustle so that in the event that he becomes incapacitated or he's not capable of doing stuff, you're not sold out shouty. Like, you have to be able to help. Don't say that. But stop expecting traditional behavior from modern men. Like, don't do that at all whatsoever. Drop your questions down below. Hey Jay, hey Unique, hey Katrina, hey Tiffany. Any questions that y'all have, drop down below. I want to know what you guys want to know. Again, I'm not a dating coach. I'm not any type of professional, but I have loved and lost a whole lot. And so I definitely know what not to do. So there's that. What do y'all want to know? Rotational dating? Y'all want me to talk about it? Somebody better say yes or no. What does that mean? What is that like? You better say something. Going once, going twice. Y'all are so silent. So rotational dating is this theory that you make people, how can I date? I haven't dated in years. Girl, go back and watch my videos. So first things first, you got to meet people. And everything is an ecosystem. So your Facebook's an ecosystem, Clubhouse is an ecosystem, Instagram is an ecosystem, and then there's tons of dating apps. And people are always like, Kayla, I don't want to get on a dating app. But seriously, with COVID and with the way the world is, like, a dating app is no different than walking around in the grocery store and running into somebody, right? The first thing that I always tell people to do is you have to swipe on people and you have to say hello, introduce yourself. You have to say something. And don't just look at people that are standard, right? Don't just look at people that like, this person fits my type, this is what I like, blah, 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 blah. Check people that you necessarily would never even be checking for, right? Haven't been lucky with that. So we're gonna look at your bio then, and we're gonna get it all fixed up. Because you can't judge a book by its cover. You might think that you know everything you need to know about somebody just by looking at them, but you might go out with this person and have a great time. Also, I always tell people to like make a running list of things that you are willing to deal with and things that you don't want to deal with. So what are your things that you're not willing to compromise on? What are your core values? So like for me, it's honesty, trust, morality. I'm not interested in being with someone who isn't rooted or really closely knitted to their family, because I come from a very tight-knit, almost enmeshed family. So I want to be with someone who loves family, so that when our families blend, it's something we can build with. Hey, Uncle Dre, how you doing? So that is something, core values, things that you're not willing to compromise on, and make your list. And again, I said in a live before, if one of your things you're not willing to compromise on is your man needs to be 6'3", sis, you sold out. Is it possible that you're gonna meet a man who's over 6'3" or above? Yes, but you have significantly dwindled the dating pool. We need to be looking at other things aside from just height or those kinds of things, like really mediocre, not important stuff. Rotational dating means you hold out on exclusivity until someone earns that right to be exclusive with you. Now that means that you can date as many people as you want, but you should not be being intimate with these people because you create soul ties, and it's just not a good look. However, this is my theory. You are the hiring CEO of your life. When we're hiring for companies, if you're a boss of any sort, you do not hire one person, the first application that you see, and keep them employed for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months and then decide, oh, I don't like them, I'm gonna go to the next person, right? We don't do that because it would be ludicrous. Stop doing that in your life. You can text, talk. Now, are you gonna go out and be like, sorry, I got a date on Thursday? No, it's nothing like that at all whatsoever. But you don't owe anybody anything until they've earned it from you. Stop investing and stop going out here dating people in attempt to find marriage and forever love. Dating is basically gathering data. Dating has nothing to do with marriage. If you're lucky, you find somebody, you're like, I can connect with you and I could be with you forever. However, dating is simply making connections with people. And so once you make these connections with people, you decide if you're gonna build on this connection or if this is just a great lunch buddy. If this is somebody who is a killer movie person, they love movies, you wanna go to a movie, this is the person you could hook up, go to the movie with, and that's all. You don't have to give somebody your life. And going on a date does not mean that that's your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Secondly, stop creating all these things in your mind. Like you sitting around doodling your first name and their last name, you're coming up, I bet our kids would do this, and I bet this, and I bet that. Date by date, because next week you might not even like them. So stop creating stuff that's not there, right? And that is something that we do as women. Like we just daydream. We get caught up in this thing where we're really, really, really invested. And we invest so quickly, and that's not good. So don't do that. There's tons of things. So when you're in this rotational thing, it's like you might go on 2 or 3 dates in a week. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Dating is just that, gathering information. You know, I went on 3 dates with this guy, and after asking certain questions and vetting him, I'm not really sure he's the person for me. That's fine. And it's okay to say that. I want you guys to stop worrying about being like, well, I don't want to talk to him because he's really, really a nice guy. We don't vibe. If you don't vibe, stop wasting your time. You don't have to do that. Now, again, we're going to make this big list of things, so we're not being super picky, talk about he's everything, and I really, really like him. However, he's about 2 inches too short. Girl, if you don't stop, right? So if you have those kinds of questions, get with me, let's talk. Again, I do want to look at your bios. If you have loves to laugh in your bio, take that out. We're not doing that because it's going to attract clowns. I think in one of my bios somewhere I have amateur comedian because I think I'm funny. People think marriage is the goal because folks see titles over compatibility, communication, and conflict resolution skills. Yes, Dre, that is absolutely right. Marriage is, we get so caught up on the wedding that we don't think about marriage and what that actually means. But yes, compatibility and communication and conflict resolution skills. Yes, yes, yes. I saw a Clubhouse room the other day, and I actually went in for a little bit about whether or not, love languages exist. Yes, they do. And I think people get too caught up sometimes on that, and they forget that words of affirmation and all those things, it does tie back to communication and conflict resolution. I can love the freaking heck out of you, but if we can't resolve conflict, we're doing no good. If we can't have a regular communication, like, we're doing no good. So tell me guys down in the bottom if y'all want to know about that too. If you want to talk about love languages and how to recognize, we can take the test together and do like what your love languages are, and then finding out what your partner's love languages are. And sometimes it works out great. Like the guy that I'm seeing now, we are both really, really big on quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation. Our love languages are basically the same. So we're naturally compatible. It might take some work. Say you are a receiver of gifts and your person, you like to give gifts and your person likes to do quality time. He could be with you all day long, but if you wanted to get apples from the grocery store because that's what you wanted, you will feel unloved. And so it's about learning how they show love and then learning how you receive it so you can give and take. Yes, I'm seeing Uncle Dre, you on me hard tonight. Yes, And I didn't run him by you because I didn't need you running his social security through the TBI database. Bow. Katrina says all of it. We'll talk about love languages in next week. I want you guys to take the quiz, and I'll drop a link to the quiz so that we can talk about that. What your love language is. Learning how to recognize that somebody's trying to show you love. There's also an apology language. So people always talk about the love languages. They throw that around. It's a buzzword. There's also an apology language. There's a way that people want to be, they want to have people show that they're sorry. For some people, it's just good enough for, he's laughing. For some people, it's just good enough for somebody to say, I'm sorry, right? And for other people, they need to show you I'm sorry. They need to take ownership of it. And for other people, there's all kinds of things. So we can do love languages and apology languages in 2 different segments. But I just want you guys to not be afraid to love, to not shut down, to not stop looking, to not stop being available to it. Because I feel like that's the worst thing that you can do. Life is incredibly short and nobody should be old and bitter and alone. And I don't want you to be like that. And it's so easy to get like that. But I don't even know what I started talking to y'all about. I'm telling y'all, it's like, I've had a rough week. I'm eating cookies and drinking ginger soda and talking about love languages on live. Funny. But I did promise y'all to go live. And so I'm a promise keeper. So traditional versus modern. Those are the things I wanted you to know. What traditional was, what modern was. Don't expect traditional behavior from modern men. He's probably not finna be opening up your door, your car door, all of that nonsense, but that's okay. Y'all probably gonna be going half on checks. You got this date, I got that date. That's okay if that's what you want. And it's nothing wrong with a man who does that if that's what you have agreed to. What you can't do is be like me and be upset that you having to go half on something when that's when you expect it from the beginning. Old and bitter on social media, is that a thing? Sarcasm inserted and intended. Fully received, fully received. Don't expect traditional behavior from modern men. Learn your love language and know it. Keep a rotation until somebody proves that they're worth your exclusivity. Because people will sell you a dream, a pipe dream too. People will sell you a dream. That's why you're going to keep it locked down, because they sell you a dream and a pipe dream. And you don't need neither one of them. So before you go casting all your coins in this slot, you need to make sure that that person is worthy of you. Speaking of worthy, do know that you are worthy and you are so, so loved. Jay said rotation. Yes, a rotation. I don't currently have a rotation before y'all start flooding my social media with your rotation. I held out on exclusivity until I was sure that I could put my coins in that slot. Questions, drop them below. Hit me in the DMs if you want help with your bio for your dating apps, or even just your bio for your Instagram. Go over to mine, Kayla_with_the_curls. Look at my bio. If you're divorced, put that in your bio. There's a chance that somebody just thinks you're so bomb that there's no way you're single. Throw it in your bio so that they know that you are. And make sure your bio is about you. Women, remember to lead with who you are, not with what you do. I don't say, hi, I'm Kayla. I'm a master's level social worker and a program director. I say, hey, I'm Kayla. I'm an amateur comedian, a Southern belle, and a small town beauty queen. All right. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm also a mom of 2 and I'm a puppy mom. Like, lead with who you are, not with what you do. That's so, so important. There's rules to this, and I want to help you learn to play and play fair. And we're not playing with emotions. It's just life is a game and we want to win. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. What we talk about next is up to you. Oh, I forgot. This is totally not a Palma Fair video. Tomorrow is 99-cent shipping day. So if you're not a Palma Fair customer and you're interested in Palma Fair, please, please, please go over to my link starting at midnight. So in 3 hours, 99-cent shipping day is a great day for my customers who only get 1 or 2 items, or who get major items and then they have to pay that $6 on top for shipping. Not tomorrow. It's 99 cents from midnight until 11:59. I don't want you to miss that. It's palmafair.com/Kayla Simmons. Next week, you guys are going to tell me what you want to talk about, but I love that you hopped on and hung out with me tonight. Have a great, 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 great weekend, and I'll see you soon.